Hi, it's Ileana. So today I am going to talk about drones and crafts. I've been seeing drones and crafts hovering over South Surrey, Ocean Park, British Columbia, Canada since 2018. For us, this is normal. Usually they come and they hover at like 9 p.m. until 11 p.m. or sometimes 3 a.m. above people's houses, and they're very quiet. It looks like a triangular shaped craft or drone. It's just hovering there doing some type of surveillance. It's quiet. It's not a star because it moves around. It has two blue lights and one blue light in the middle with orange hues to it. So this is a render mock-up that I created of a simulation of how this looks like hovering over a typical house in my neighborhood. So it is a digital simulation. This is not the actual drone or craft, whatever it is, but it's pretty close to what it looks like. It's at high altitude, so that's what people see it as from their homes. And again, it has like 3 blinking lights, 2 blue and kind of bluish orange. If you look at it through binoculars, this is what it looks like. And I have photographed it several times since 2018, and I've made videos about it. I've openly talked about seeing these types of crafts or drones hovering over our houses, and we here accept this as normal, as usual. Sometimes people have reported seeing UFOs. They think of this as UFOs. It's not bothering anyone. It's not actively like hovering very low above people's homes. So it's just part of normal life since 2018. I know that there are some bases underground near the border between Canada and US, underground facilities that these could be coming out from, or they could even be ET crafts or drones. Either or is a possibility. So this is how it always has been, and this is another type of what it looks up closer like, another type of a image of it, also simulated of course, because they're always hovering above the tree line in the sky at night, and you can see a triangle form of it, and it looks always with like it has 3 blinking lights, and it moves around, so it's not a star, and it comes in, hovers in and out. It can literally, basically, when it appears, right, it literally like almost pops in and then pops out. So it might be something that's higher dimensional, how it can travel. It doesn't look like a typical drone that just constantly blinks with lights. It just quietly hovers above the houses, surveilling something, above the rooftops, high in the sky with the trees above. And you can see it above the tree line, and you can see its shape, that it's a triangle, and that as it rises higher, you see it as 3 points of lights, like a triangle shape as it goes higher. That's how I was simulating it, because that's what it looks like as it gains altitude. It almost feels like it's hyperdimensional because it pops into reality and pops out. Hyperspace, like it goes through hyperspace. It's not like your typical drone because the drones in New Jersey and New York, some of them are hovering and making sound. Some of them have propellers, some of them are quiet and don't make any sound. So there's different types of drone systems, more advanced propulsion. I feel like this, what's been hovering over our houses, Ocean Park in Surrey, British Columbia, it's a more advanced form. It might not be even the same drone types as what is happening in New Jersey and New York, UK, and other places, but it's starting to get more prevalent. In Canada, we're just used to this and seeing these crafts or drones, whether man-made or not man-made. This is very normal to us. We're used to it. Nobody has given us an explanation of what this is or why they're here. It just feels like they're monitoring something to me, because there are 3 bases near Alaska, underwater and underground, and 1 base off of Surrey, British Columbia, between US border and Blaine that I know of for sure, and another one further out that is another facility. So it's like this is normal for us. And sometimes I see it as kind of like a white triangle appearing in the sky from hyperspace, just hovering above people's houses in the neighborhood. And we have a lot of trees, so it's always above the skyline. Clear blue night, blue sky. You see the stars, and the stars are like 1 star. You see how stars look, because here I have stars in the night sky in the simulation, and then you have this triangular object, kind of whitish blue. That's how you see it from high altitude in the skyline above the houses and the trees, just hovering there at night. Anywhere from 8 p.m. until 11 or 12, 1 a.m., 2 p.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. It could, sometimes it is until 3 a.m. until it just disappears, goes black and disappears as if it was never there. It jumps out of hyperspace, then goes back into hyperspace and goes back where it came from, wherever that is. But this is how it looks like in real time. Thankfully, with the advancement of being able to render things in Blender, I can render a scene of what these objects look like, because I don't have a high-end camera. So I have a cell phone, so it looks like a speck in the sky that's moving around. I could shoot video of it and take photos, and it looks like a triangle. But honestly, it's not the cleanest footage I've ever photographed or took video of. You can tell it's not a star, it's a moving object in the sky, but it's blurry. It's 1080p video, but it's from a cell phone. Smartphone, but still, it's like I'd rather just spend some time in Blender and do more realistic renditions of what this actually looks like and what it appears in the sky as a rendered simulation, so people can see what it looks like. And that's what it looks like. And an up-closer version of this is this. Sometimes it's hovered lower, kind of too close to the tree line, and it's always with blue blinking lights and an orange light in the middle of it. It's a triangular craft or a drone, some kind of a advanced propulsion drone system, or a craft, I'm not sure. It's always quiet, it's always hovering, it's never making any noise, it's never aggressive, doesn't seem threatening, or like a surveillance equipment of some kind, advanced equipment, and that's what it looks like as it hovers, and then it goes up higher in altitude, and like it's just a triangular drone or a craft. This is more of what it looks like from the front than the back. And sometimes there's more than one of these things. And if it's in a higher altitude, you can see like a triangular version of it with a light source. Sometimes it's white, like a blue object with white light being emitted from it underneath. So that's how they appear above the houses and the trees at night. And this is another image of it kind of going up above the tree line in the night sky. Again, two blinking blue lights and orange lights. Quiet, hovering, observing, looking, never bothers people, never approaches people, non-aggressive. But we've had this showing up from 2018 all the way until current present time. So the fact that this phenomenon, whatever it is ramping up and now appearing in New York, New Jersey, UK, above military bases, US bases, UK bases, and other military facilities. Obviously, some of these are man-made and some of them are not man-made. I've seen mostly triangles of these types of items, whether you call them a craft or a drone. Some of them do make noise, some of them don't. The ones that I've seen here in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada, and Ocean Park, White Rock, they don't make any noise. They hover, they're quiet. They can go quickly in speed or slowly in speed, whatever it's doing, I guess. And then it almost appears like it's coming out from hyperspace down to normal time space, and then it jumps back into hyperspace and goes back wherever it comes from, whether it's an underground facility or somewhere in space. I'm not sure, but we've experienced this phenomenon for a very long time here in Canada. We are very calm about it. I know it could be a shock to people to suddenly see massive amounts of these drones or craft, whether human-made, man-made, maybe black ops, military, maybe extraterrestrial types, mostly triangular. The drones are round. They also could be disc-shaped, they can be orb-shaped, they can be crescent-shaped, or triangular. Again, many different object types have been reported in British Columbia, anywhere from discs, triangles, orbs, spheres, many spheres as well have been reported, like actual reports of UAPs between South Surrey area and Blaine, between the border of Canada and the US. So it's an interesting phenomenon that I've been seeing for a very long time. To me, this is normal. It's nothing new. And for some people, it is new. And perhaps this is a form of some sort of disclosure to get people used to seeing these crafts, whether by wherever source of human-made organization, company, military, where this is coming from, to maybe to get people used to seeing this as part of traffic in the night sky, as this is the next iteration of advanced technology, where we don't necessarily become concerned when we see planes and helicopters, because that's normal part of traffic in the sky. We're used to that. Perhaps this is the next form of technology, and we should be given an explanation of what it is and what it's doing, so that people don't feel threatened by it. And it's like a potential threat. Is it adversarial? Is it ours? Is it somebody else's? Is it man-made? Is it off-world? What is it? I think people deserve an explanation for what it is and where it comes from and why it's here. Maybe it's just normal next technology comparable to an airplane and a helicopter, or some kind of a hybrid propulsion system between drones and advanced craft. But whatever it is, we deserve an explanation for it being released in the sky and what it's doing here. Just to reassure people so that there's an understanding and people don't necessarily become freaked out by this technology and are not scared of it. If it's non-threatening and it's here for a purpose, like part of advanced technology, just like planes, or it's like a hover technology, like what future hover cars will be like. You know, if it's something that's the next iteration of advanced flight propulsion technology and it's being tested out, there should be a logical answer for what it is and what it's doing here. We've had it over Canada for a while, since 2018. I've seen these objects in the sky, and it's always at night. It's never during the day. So there's obviously some kind of a reason why it's at night, but not in the day. But whatever it is, it deserves an explanation. And I just wanted to share that for me, this is part of normal life, of what happens at night here. And it happens almost every night. And this is the form that it takes and how these craft or drones appear. I don't think it's typical propulsion system or it's even normal drones. I think it's a hybridized, some kind of a electromagnetic or anti-gravity technology, maybe even plasma technology. It's not easy to photograph with a camera or a cell phone, but I was able to render at least images of what it looks like in modeling above houses here. But this is reported on a usual basis. My mom even said a few days ago, oh my gosh, there's these drones flying over New York, because it's starting to become part of mainstream news. We've had these things flying over our houses since 2018 at high altitudes, observing us or looking for something. I'm like, wow, Mom, that's good that you put two and two together. These things have been flying over Canada for a while, and now it's happening everywhere else on a more regular basis. And it's happening. And these are not shooting stars. These hover and move in the sky, in the night sky. They are drones or some kind of craft, and that's the reality of the new life paradigm experiences and part of some kind of disclosure of advanced technology. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you so much.